welcome to my review of my first bone conduction headphones. These are called the Z10. I don't know the actual make of these, I think that's just a model. I got these from Amazon UK, they're around £30 or so. I know you get some really more expensive ones from a company called Aftershock, I think it is. But I wanted to try something which is a lot more affordable. And that's what I look like. And yeah, let's get into the rest of the video. So these are the Z10 Bone Conduction Headphones, running with only one N, so it's running, cycling, working, driving. I'm not sure about driving, but they say that. I don't really think that's right, but healthy, safety, comfortable, ears free, HD stereo sound quality, lightweight, meet environmental standards, and sweat proof. So this is what they look like. Obviously I'll show you in a bit. They do actually have individual buttons. So there's a power button at the front, volume up and down, which I kind of like, is separate ones, USB charging, which is micro USB, because I've already actually used these before I did this part of the video, and that's just what they work. So you got power on and off. Also when you power them on, it does do a it checks for, for powering. Obviously volume controls, the multifunction button, which is on the left side, can play or pause, end call, anything like that. It also does double click or double click for the next song. There's a few typos on this, they should really fix this. So bone conduction, 3.7 volts to 200 milliamp hours, so it's not much, but it's enough. Frequency range, wireless range 10 meters. I had no issues with wireless range. Charging time 2 hours. So it says up to 6 hours. I had to use these on high volume, so you will get less than that, and that's how they should fit. Should. I don't want to give any spoilers away yet. So all you get is the actual one themselves. Very fine, really. The build's fine. I like the kind of subtle grey. You get a QC sticker. They do work, so hopefully it was checked. And in here you get earplugs, the charge cable, and just a user guide. So 2 earplugs, insert, and you get the guide. The Z10, not sure of the actual manufacturer, and there is 8 languages, but I'll go over to that in the next part. So full size USB, really thin cable to micro. Would have been good if there's a Type C, but it's not really a big deal. And yeah, the 2 earplugs, and it's in English, and that's it. So the actual very useful guide, I'm just going to quickly skim over the English part. So there's an LED which is blue or red depending on the usage. That's how you wear it. And pairing, a lot of this is very straightforward if you've used Bluetooth before. This information there. If you have to put a code in, I didn't. This paired perfectly with my phone with no issues at all, like any other Bluetooth device, and it is Bluetooth 5. Charging, just the colours, the LED, what it does, included options which you've seen, just a quick bit of information, how it works, basic operations, if you have any faults, storage, and that's it. As you say, it is 8 different languages: French, German, Spanish, Italian, I think Russian, and obviously 2 Asian languages, and that is that. And now there will be a small clip of me with a mic test, so you can see what it's like, and that's it. It's just a quick mic test of the Z10 Bone Conduction Headphones. This is what I sound like in a quiet room, normal volume. I'm actually using them, and yeah, this is just a quick mic test of the Bone Conduction Z10. Now you just heard the actual mic test of the Z10. So this is what they actually do look like. So that obviously goes around the back of your head, goes around your ear, and obviously your ear cavity is like here. They're meant to sit on the top of your cheekbones. It's just like a small rubber kind of panel. When these are in use, you can kind of feel it vibrate. Obviously that's the button. The use of enter call, end call, all that stuff. That does nothing. This is the more important part. Power on and off, and obviously does powering. That little hole there is the actual LED. Volume up and down. I use mine maximum because they're not that powerful. Underneath that flap there is just a micro USB. So what do these actually like to use? I was kind of disappointed. These are the first ones I've ever tried, but I think the problem is this is like one size fits all. So if you got compared to somebody with a small head to a larger head, which might be wider or taller, or ears, if your ears are different heights or anything, because it's a generic universal shape. And two other people tested these as well, and they had the same kind of impression as I did, and they had one had a larger head than me, and one had a smaller head than me. I have a I'd say medium size head, or just under medium size, so I don't have a big head. So what are these actually like? So kind of a rubbery plastic finish, which was perfectly fine. Build quality seems fine. They're kind of light. Issues for me, big issues, like I said, is fitment. It was a struggle trying to get to the right position because everybody's heads are slightly different, and the actual sound is bland, is probably the best way to put it. I don't know if that's because it's just a cheaper one of these, and the two other people who tried it had the same impressions. They said everything's sounding kind of bland, like flat. It's like there's no extension. It's fine for like speech, but for any music or games, or if you want to try it, it just sounds kind of flat, like bland. I do like the idea of this, where you can hear audio through that, and your ears are still exposed to the surroundings or anything like that, and plus the sweat proof. But just from my experience, just the sound was kind of bland. I don't think it sounded very good at all. And just the fit, like if you move too quick, they move on your head. If you probably have a larger head, it probably might be a little bit better because there'd be more tension to keep it more, to keep it in place better. But anyway, the actual connection to my phone was really good. There's no dropouts. I do like the volume controls there, which is very useful, and because it's separate from a button like that. As you say, isolation is 0 because you hear everything. Sound stage was like nothing because the sound is kind of in your head. I did not try this for games. I just tried it with a bit of music. I tried it with one movie, but I think this only really suits just voice, and that's probably it really. And that's what they look like. Kind of a shame really, unless I was expecting more from them. But yeah, that's my impression of these. Very light, nothing really. They probably need a bit of work. And yeah, on to my conclusion. So my conclusion of these, I don't think these are very good. These actually cost around £30 on Amazon.uk. I don't actually know the make of these. They seem to be more like a generic, just Chinese kind of bone conduction ones, obviously. I just thought that the sound and actual fitment was kind of poor, really, which is kind of a shame, because I had high hopes for something like this because it's very useful that you can hear your surroundings and you can hear your music at the same time. But just my experience of these was disappointing, and the two other people who tried it was the same. But then again, for you actually might have a better experience than me. And that's it. not great from my use, but anything you want to know, just as usual in the comments. Thanks for watching and take care.